Good morning from Love, Sex, Food. I'm Prema.
And I'm Jigs.
And maybe it isn't morning where you are right now when you're listening to this, but it is a very lazy Sunday morning this morning because last night we went on an amazing date, which was only supposed to be a few hours, and it ended up getting into bed way after midnight. And which I don't like because I like to be in bed by 10. But so today we thought we'd talk about how to date like you're on your first date, because this is something that I personally really believe in, that to keep the creativity and the curiosity and the excitement in your relationship, to create intentional dates. So we all know how to like have a date night. Like you were saying something to me yesterday. You were like, "Should we go to the pictures and see Odyssey?"
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. Not
Or
really
should we go
fancy
to a
it.
comedy club?
Yeah. Like both of us are being super health conscious at the moment. So we were like, our normal go-to, which would be food, was out. And so I said to Jigs, leave it to me, I'll do a surprise. And I did.
And it was a great surprise.
But so what we want to talk about today is, how do you have, I don't know, maybe the courage or the confidence to actually create your dream date and then share it with the person that you love? Because to be honest, the one that I created last night was the one that I wanted to go on, and then you just happened to be there.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean, it was a great date, and
Should we say what we did?
yeah, go on.
So there's a bit of a theme in Jigs and I's relationship, which you probably know if you've listened to us, which is food safari. So last night we went on a music safari, or a silent disco in London on our own. So what I did was I chose some iconic places in our relationship to use as like little destinations across London. A few things that we'd done before, so we went back and revisited it, which I love to do because I'm super nostalgic. Plus, I introduced a few more. And in the afternoon, when you were having a kip, I went on Spotify and I created a musical journey. So a playlist that was about 2 hours that would take us to each one of those places. And then I've got these really, I mean, maybe this is why I wanted to do it, because I've got these really cool 80s headphones that I'm now rocking and trying to look like I'm about 30 something when I'm not. And so I've been listening to music through those, and it's been brilliant. I love it. It's like being back in my bedroom, back in the 80s, 90s. So I had those on. You had your earpods on. We had the playlist on our phones, and we had to synchronize pressing play at the same time, which I didn't quite get the hang of, did I? I was like about one lyric behind you the whole time, which meant that kind of bad karaoke was a bit more tricky. And then the itinerary was we went to where we first met, in Victoria Bankman and Gardens, had our first dance there to at last. Then we had a little can of wine, wine that we had at our wedding. Then we got the ferry from Victoria Embankment down to Battersea Power Station, which is what we did on our first day. And boy, it was so cool. It was like Big Ben looking insanely English and amazing. And just like, wow, I was expecting like Peter Pan or Mary Poppins to just float past. And then on the other side, we had Battersea Power Station, which looked epic.
It is stunning.
It is. It's just amazing. So we got off, and then we bought some low-calorie ice cream. I was trying to get 2 espresso martinis because that's what we did on our first date when we were down there. So we had that, and then we went for a walk into Battersea Park, where we had a proper silent disco, a proper dance underneath the trees, just the two of us, loads of people walking past. Then we went to the Peace Pagoda, where I bought a little padlock which we wrote with a Sharpie our names on, put it on one of the railings, hid it underneath so it wouldn't be found, and then we chucked the keys in the Thames, which was great. Then we did a bit more main character energy dancing down the side of the Thames,
And
then walked across Chelsea, the
Chelsea
Albert Bridge.
Westminster.
Yeah.
Chelsea Westminster.
Yeah. Oh my God, which was lit up and there wasn't a soul around. So it was just like having our own movie set. And the whole night was like, what I wanted it to be was main character energy, cinematic experience. This is the soundtrack to our lives tonight. And loved it.
I loved it too. But
So basically I made that because I wanted you to play with me. So what do you think?
Well, I think dates are special for so many reasons, but ultimately, I think you either create a date for yourself or you create a date for your partner, in a sense that, like, you wanted to do this, right? And I love to play with you. So, and I get joy from seeing you happy. So, yeah, it was just a really incredible evening on a beautiful London summer night, and it was just fun. It was just, yeah, it was just creative. Also, you love a surprise, or you love. I'm just quite,
Surprising.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm one of these people like, well, so what are we doing? What's the plan? So you definitely take me out my comfort zone, but I know it's going to be incredible, and it was.
What would your date be then if you were curating something for me?
You can't put me on the spot like that.
Well, one of the things I really love about walking around London at night, which is we've been doing loads of it. We've been real tourists in our town, London, this summer. And I've got to say, it's probably one of the best summers I've ever had just because of the consistency of being able to just go out, have fun. We were out at like midnight, like no coats, no hats, no scarves, no gloves, like normally in England in the summer.
Yeah. But also, dating doesn't have to be expensive, right? Like last night, the whole thing, a whole evening out probably cost us like, what, 50, 60 quid?
Not even that.
Well,
£5 for the padlock, a couple of tinnies from Sainsbury's.
well,
the boat.
the Uber boat was expensive. That was probably the most expensive part.
That was it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's the thing, is that if your definition of going on a date is always either going to a bar or a pub or a restaurant, it also becomes a bit same. And
No,
I think
it doesn't. It's never same.
no, but like what I'm saying
always
is
fun
that
to go to a bar or restaurant.
no, but what I'm saying is that the kind of the roller coaster isn't much of a roller coaster, because you're going to go somewhere. Obviously, the food will be nice or it won't be, the atmosphere, all those things. But what I'm saying is that when you go on an adventure like we did last night, it's just a very different experiential kind of journey.
Mm. Well, I think that, it's like not being on autopilot. And I think that's the secret of actually having a relationship that feels like it kind of undulates in energy. So you're not just one thing all of the time.
Yeah.
Because you can just introduce things that are exciting. I mean, we've done some great dates, haven't we? Like we went to Shibari. That was a really, really cool date. Neither of us could talk for about an hour after that. It was amazing. If you don't know what Shibari is, it's Japanese rope tying. It's really amazing. That was a really, really cool one. Yeah, I mean, I think that the more personal it is, then the more you receive from it, isn't it?
And I think I know what will bring a smile to your face. So I'm constantly looking at things online, or if something comes up and I know you'll like it, then I'll book it. Like, just when we went to Sacred Souls.
Yeah, that was a great day as well. I mean, I love style. I like style and substance, but I definitely like style. And one of the things last night walking around was like, and that's where we go on our next date. Yeah, I want to go here, and I want to go there, because I don't, you just kind of explore, and then you can create a little like wish list of hot date spots in London. By the way, the Ivy on King's Road looked extremely sexy last night, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about the Ivy.
I know, but style over substance.
It's not my type of place, but I think a cocktail at the bar could bring a smile to your face.
Well, I mean, the whole point of going out last night, do you remember why we were supposed to be going out last night?
Why?
What are we supposed to be celebrating?
Oh, well, the first stage of our app, our business baby together.
Mhm. So we were out supposed to be celebrating the business baby, and we were meant to go to a really funky bar in Chelsea, but due to the fact that we walked very slowly all the way around to get there, it had closed by the time we got there. But we did do 21,000 steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on. What other date can you get bloody 21,000 steps in?
I mean, we did a lot of steps in Italy though as well. But
True, true.
but yeah, I mean, it was a great week this week. I mean, it's kind of nuts, right? That what are we now? 19 months. 19 months that we've known each other.
Yeah.
19 months, and here we are. We're obviously married, and we've got this podcast, which is a passion project, and then we've got our business baby, which is an app that we're launching early next year. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And you did your first talk at Soho House in
I
Brighton.
did.
So
Yeah, that was good. Just getting into that vibe. I mean, that's why I kept saying to you last night. Actually, I curated that date because I wanted to get into main character
mm,
energy. And actually walking around, I don't know if you've ever done a silent disco, but it does something really weird to you. You feel like nobody's watching, no one can hear you. You're in your own little world, and it definitely does something to you. I love it. Try it, try it. Go. Here's a little challenge for you if you're listening. Get your headphones on, choose the soundtrack to your day, and go out and live your life to that soundtrack. It makes a massive difference.
I do want to say this though, is that obviously we now that we're in business together also, is that we do spend a lot of time talking about shop.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's really important is that if you don't find balance, then your relationship just turns into a business relationship. And I think that's probably why it's even more important that we date and we go on dates when we do this, because you could just then find yourself talking about work all the time. And yeah, that part of you then becomes stronger, but the connection and romance and intimacy and all that side could then kind of be unbalanced. I think it was really important that, and that's what I was saying to you all of this week and even last week. I was like, I want to get dressed up and go out and like have a
Mm.
date night. And last night was perfect. But I think it's really important. You can't just, you've got to be aware of what's balanced and unbalanced in your relationship. And that's why sometimes if you lean more into the work together, then you've got to overcompensate on the other side and make sure that you do have fun and that you do date.
Yeah, but you're really good at that. You literally say, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And then we don't. You're really, really good at saying, no problem. I don't have the capacity for this right now. And I always really respect it because I probably could go on and on about it because you know what my brain's like.
Yeah.
It's empty the whole time. So I sort of like, once I get on a vibe, I want to like, what about this? What about that? But then I think that you're more like, no, I don't want to think about that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, I think boundaries are really, especially when you're spending more time together, and it has to do with something else. I mean, even children, for example,
Uh,
children are equally as important or probably more important. So when you have children, you've got to make sure that you also make time for yourself, right?
mm.
And have fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was one of the things when I was married previously. I have spent more time with you in 19 months than I did with my ex-husband but I was married or together for 23 years. That's wild, isn't it?
Mm,
But then we do live together, share a room together, work together, all the rest of them. But we are also super sociable.
yeah,
So it's not like we're kind of, we do that because well, I am an introvert. I'm a sociable introvert, but I don't think you're an introvert, are you?
no,
No, you're an extrovert. So yeah, we are sociable as well, but it's just noticing, I think, noticing the energy in your relationship, would you say?
absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that is, yeah, I mean, I think that's super important, right? Because then that's when things start to just become more functional in a relationship and not kind of fun and creative and experience based.
Mm, for sure. What's going on here today? I'm doing all the talking. Are you tired?
I'm, s- I'm kind of recovering.
You're just sleepy.
I'm just,
That's what happens when we do them in the morning like this. Well, I think therefore, unless it's going to be the Love Sex Food with Prema Patel, I think we might have to draw this one to a close today and do a bit of a shorter episode.
sorry, guys.
I'm just reading my man's energy. So it's not that we don't love you, but hey, short and sweet. So challenges off the back of this podcast today. One is create a dream date for whoever it is you love in your life. Create the date that doesn't matter how silly, how crazy, how wild, the date that you'd love to create for yourself and then share it with your partner. Number two, go make yourself a Spotify playlist, get your headphones on, go walk around town with the soundtrack to the movie of your life with main character energy. And number three is, share this podcast with your friends so we get more people subscribing and listening, would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. That's
And
it in a
also
nutshell.
ask yourself, right? We actually played this game yesterday. What
Oh,
would
yeah.
be what would be your like theme soundtrack? Think about it.
Theme tune.
Theme tune. What would be your theme tune? I think I think everyone should know what their theme tune would be.
I loved mine last night. Mine was Tom Joad's She's a Lady, and I really like that one. We weren't quite sure on yours would be.
No, mine was
Wow.
Shaft. Isaac
I
Hayes.
like Barry White. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
You're never
Which
going to
is
get that vision out of your head.
which is another story. I won't divulge that to the public. Yeah, so but you could also play that. We often play a lot of music games, don't we?
Yeah.
We were doing that last night as well. Like name that tune in like 20 seconds. Then we've got
I don't know.
specialized subjects.
I don't know if anyone just remembers Stock,
Aiken.
Aiken and Waterman. They did like the 80s and 90s hits of everyone, like Jason Donovan.
They were called
Kylie
the Hits
Minogue.
Factory. I think that's what they were called.
So we found the playlist and you absolutely smashed it.
I did. Even
got
some
90%.
weird shit that no one would know.
Yeah, it's impressive.
That was a misspent youth. All right. Well, we'll say goodbye from Love Sex Food, this episode here. Do let us know if there's anything that you want us to talk about. We're very open, aren't we?
Absolutely. And just remember, the soundtrack of your life. What is it? Really important question.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we will see you on the next episode of Love Sex Food. Oh. Hello. Is this you? So we're closing this episode with Gigsy's theme tune today.
Main character energy, people.
Yeah. All right.
See you
Enjoy the rest of
later.
your day. Bye.